Aloha, I'm Sarah Tina, and today is, maybe it's Tuesday? I'm gonna guess Tuesday. Yeah, maybe November 30th. That sounds good. And I wanted to start off by saying we got a really good nutritional snack at the Discount Grocery and Quartzsite. If you're going, it's the big tent in the middle. And, okay, we'll do these like the cards. Seaweed is good for the thyroid, if you didn't know. And these are gimme, organic. They're USDA organic, non-GMO. These are things you have to look for on packaging. Sea salt, premium roasted seaweed, certified gluten-free. Okay, so they're really good snack. And if you haven't eaten seaweed, yeah, I found that when I started eating seaweed, I found more of a balance. And then I looked up that, and I read that it's good for the thyroid. So, if you want to know how much these were, I'll share. Okay, so we go to the dollar store discount thing the other day, and Everett goes in one direction, and Becky went in another direction. I went in another direction, and Everett's like, hey, Ma. And it takes cash, so I only had $14. So, we have to make that work. And so we needed something for dinner, and he's like, hey, Ma, they got seaweed. I'm like, cool. And it's a big package of one-size servings, and the like 20 of them in a big thing. It was $2, $2. So, woohoo, to good snacking. If you haven't tried some seaweed, look into it. Okay, so today we're gonna do a lot of Louise Hay. We're just gonna pull a wisdom card, and I'm gonna read from the Louise Hay You Can Heal Your Life book. I don't know how long, what year I got this, but I've been following Louise Hay for a really long time, and she wrote a book called You Can Heal Your Life, and it's all about positive affirmations. So this I pull from the Louise Hay Wisdom deck. I've got 60 of these cards, and so I like to start the day with a positive affirmation. And okay, they kind of talk to me, so I'm not feeling ready at this moment to pick a card, so I'm gonna breathe. So right before I do a video, I usually say a couple of little prayers. That one's like on top, pushing its way out. And sometimes I meditate, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I play crystal balls, Tibetan bowls. Sometimes I can speak, sometimes I cannot. So we're gonna start with the Louise Hay Wisdom card. I deserve only good things in my life. I deserve only good in my life. Look, and a cat, okay? So this, it's a sign. It's a sign. It's the universe saying, I need a cat. I was just saying that like yesterday. I release other people's fears and limitations. I think my own loving thoughts. I'm wearing green. Do you see the outfit? I know, so we're going with some cool pants from Mary, and they're getting a little too hot. I think it's supposed to be like 81 today. It is kind of getting a little hot. And the green dress, so the green is the heart chakra, and so I am wearing a green dress. So that's nice. So let's talk heart chakra for a minute. We'll start out with another positive affirmation. It's our heart chakra. The color, well, the name is Anahata, and the sound is yum, and the angel is Anael. The color is green. I want to show you guys how pretty that is. So the color's green. And oh, I did it all in different green tones. Isn't that fun? Yeah, I made these. It was just kind of fun. I am loved. I'm loved. I'm loved. Thank you, Heart Chakra. So, here's my Louise Hey book. It's another one of my books that don't have a cover and is taped together and not quite losing pages, but getting ready to lose pages. But I love it. I love it. I realize that there's a spot where I always put my thumb, and I usually have oil on my face and on my hands, so there's a spot where I like do that. I lost my page. I can find it. So, Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. She came up with a list from A to Z. They're all ailments, like, for instance, like pink eye, pneumonia. Oh, and I'll read something good. We'll talk first. Root canals. Anything from A to Z, an ailment in your body. And your right side is your masculine side, and your left side is your feminine side. So if you have something happen on your masculine side, then you check in. We always check in with ourselves first. What's going on in me, you know, that might have created this, a thought, a situation. And then check in with the next person, you know, who's the next male that's closest to you. You know, are you having an issue? Did you have an argument with somebody? Is something going on? So you check in with your masculine side, and then you check in with your feminine side. And then you're like, okay, I got hurt, my elbow, my left side. So you look that up. So you look that up, and then there's a probable cause, which people mostly resonate with, and then a positive affirmation. And even as young as Everett, being so little, we would go over this, talk about it, and then we would come, like, you hurt your foot, you did something, and you know, what's going on, you know, have I done something to hurt you? Oh yeah, he was like some girl at school, blah blah, and then there's a story, and then you work through it. So that's kind of how we work through pain and things that are coming up in our bodies. And we would do the positive affirmation 3 times all the time, like when he was little. And then when he got older too, he was like, I was like, I have a stomach ache, and he's like, well, Mom, do some Louise Hay. And I can do an affirmation. I could read you one. So that was nice. So, this is a great affirmation too. This is, I am healthy, whole, and complete. So I'm going to read from the book. This is page 174. It's close to the back, and it says about the list that I was just telling you about. The major revision of this list was in 1988. I still get mail asking for the mental patterns for the latest diseases of the moment, such as fibromyalgia. However, I see no reason to add any more patterns. I've learned that there are really just 2 mental patterns that contribute to disease: fear and anger. Anger can show up as impatience, irritation, frustration, criticism, resentment, jealousy, or bitterness. These are all thoughts that poison the body. When we release this burden and the organs in our body begin to function properly, fear could be tension, anxiety, nervousness, worry, doubt, insecurity, feeling not good enough, or unworthiness. Do you relate to any of this stuff? We must learn to substitute faith for fear if we are to heal. Faith in what? Faith in life. I believe that we live in a yes universe. No matter what we choose to believe or think, the universe always says yes to us. If we think poverty, the universe says yes to that. If we think prosperity, the universe says yes to that. So we want to think and believe that we have the right to be healthy, that health is natural to us. The universe will support and say yes to this belief Be a yes person and know that you live in a yes world, being responded to by a yes universe. If you find yourself with some sort of dis-ease that's not listed here, become your own investigator and healer. Ask yourself, is it one of the forms of fear, or is it one of the forms of anger? Are you willing to release those thoughts? Are you willing to replace those thoughts with positive affirmation? Loving yourself will also contribute greatly to healing your body, for love heals. So how do you love yourself? First of all, and most important, cease all criticism of yourself and others. Accept yourself as you are. Praise yourself as much as you can. Criticism breaks down the inner spirit. Praise builds it up. Look into a mirror often and simply say, I love you. I really love you. It may be difficult at first, but keep practicing, and soon you will mean and feel what you say. Love yourself as much as you can, and all of life will mirror this love back to you. By the way, fibromyalgia is fear showing up as extreme tension due to stress. Louise Hay. So then it says list, and then you turn the page, and the next pages look like this. So if you look up an ailment, let's see, like, I'm happy to do this. So this is fun. EFGHI. I'm going to look up influenza. It also says C respiratory ailments, so I would look up that afterwards. The probable cause. Response to mass negativity and beliefs. Fear. Belief in statistics. The new thought pattern is, I am beyond group beliefs or the calendar. I am free from all congestion and influence. Okay. Response to mass negativity. Okay, maybe I see some, yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? Respiratory ailments. Totally makes sense. There's other words I want to look up too. So, respiratory ailments, it also says C, bronchitis, colds, coughs, and influenza. So, the probable cause is fear of taking in life fully. And the new thought pattern is, I am safe, I love my life. So this is like so fun to do. Now we have to go to bronchitis. So this is how I do it, and I run through all of these things, and bronchitis, which also says C, respiratory ailments, and we were already there. And bronchitis probable cause is inflamed family environment, arguments and yelling, sometimes silent. The new thought pattern is, I declare peace and harmony within me and around me. All is well. So I'm going to go back to respiratory ailments, colds, BC. We'll go look at colds. Colds, it says upper respiratory illness, C, respiratory ailments. So, probable cause of a cold is too much going on at once, mental confusion, disorder, small hurts, I get 3 colds every winter type of belief. The new thought pattern is, I allow my mind to relax and be at peace. Clarity and harmony are within me and around me. All is well. So, colds, coughs. Cough is good because a lot of people, I like cough. Okay, so cough says, see respiratory ailments. And cough is a desire to bark at the world. See me, listen to me. And the new thought pattern is, I am noticed and appreciated in the most positive ways. I am loved. So I'm not I definitely see how this resonates in my life, and how when I look these things up, that I'm like, totally get it, totally get it, totally get it. And I think I learned once that like 85 or 95% of people who look at Louise Hay resonate with the probable cause. So we can start to clear things in our life. So, and then this is coughs. So did I read cough yet? Yeah, bark, bark, see me, hear me, cough. I have something to say. Throat chakra, I need to say something. I've had weird hiccups that Russell and I have noticed when something comes up. I'll be like, and we're like, what's that irritating hiccup? Is it something I have to say? Could be. So I'm still over here on coughs. Oh, and then it goes back to influenza. It takes us back to influenza. So another really good word to look up is EFGHI. The word incurable. The probable cause cannot be cured by outer means at this point. We must go within to effect the cure. It came from nowhere and it will go back to nowhere. So the new thought pattern is, miracles happen every day. I go within to dissolve the pattern that created this, and I now accept a divine healing, and so it is. So there's just so many amazing things about this book. Over the years, I just kind of go like, oh, I need to read this page, and then, oh, I need to read this page, and then I'll do that. But it is a whole like self-help guided book that you like answer questions about your life and work through a lot of things. And the artwork's a lot of fun. I like the artwork. And then like, I'll read this. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. The past has no power over me because I am willing to learn and to change. I see the past as necessary to bring me to where I am today. I am willing to begin where I am right now to clean the rooms of my mental house. I know it does not matter where I start, so I now begin with the smallest and the easiest rooms, and in that way I will see results quickly. I am thrilled to be in the middle of this adventure, for I know I will never go through this particular experience again. I am willing to set myself free. All is well in my world. And that was, I actually have never read that before. There's that one. Groovy. Okay, so I can't see 18 minutes. So I can tell you a really quick story. So I've been following Louise Hay for a really long time. Like I said, doing it with Everett. And when we were headed up to San Jose, we were like driving into San Jose, and I have, like talked to ghosts and, channeled things and know things, and am very intuitive and psychic, I guess that's what you call it, those woo-woo kind of stuff that happen all of these years, So I've predicted death. I've felt when family members are dying and what's going on, if people have pain, like a lot of weird stuff happens in my life. And I've been following Louise Hay for a really long time. And we were driving into San Jose, and I was fighting with this, I don't want to die. Like, I don't want to die. And I was like saying to Everett, like I was having this like conversation, like, I don't want to die in San Jose. This is not where I want to die. And this was happening, and I didn't know what was going on or what was happening. So we end up, one night, we're parked in this safe parking lot with pretty roses and stuff, and then Evergreen was just right down the way. And then we found the library, and it was really cool. We really liked San Jose. And I was having like pains, and I thought I was having gas pains, and I woke up in the morning and I didn't feel good, and we were going really slow, and I was like, oh, I don't feel good. And then when we got to the library, so this is maybe like a week or so into us arriving in San Jose. So I had that whole episode where I was like, I don't want to die in San Jose. And then we get to the library and I go to the bathroom and I have pains really bad and I'm on the floor, and I guess the little girl saw me under the stall and had the librarian come in, and they called an ambulance, and I said I was having pain, and they said it sounded like kidneys. We're going to put you in the ambulance. We're going to take you away. And I'm like, oh, they give me some water. And I was like, I have my essential oils. They're like, no. And I'm like, that's all I got to do is like, ah. And so I get taken away by ambulance to the hospital. And it's kind of freaky. We get there, and they come in and they say, it sounds like kidney stones, and they leave. So I guess they got some fluid in me, something for the pain, and then Ev's like, oh my God, what's going on? So, because we were at the little room together. So what did I immediately do is I get on my phone and I look up kidney stones. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to look up kidney stones, and kidney stones, lumps of undissolved anger. I was like, that kind of resonates with me. I totally get this. And then I was like, I dissolve all the past problems with ease. And of course I said that 3 times. And then for 3 days in a row, I imagined, because someone said if you pass them, it was like a baby coming down through, and I didn't really want to like do that again. So I was like, okay, so I imagined it like, you know, like going to the space and like clear white light, like, and everything like breaking away and not having any problems. And so I did that. And I read that, and I resonated with that, and then I went straight to mantras, and I found a mantra, and I started listening to the mantra. And then at the end of the day, we were there all day, and this blah blah. It's like, how much is this costing? Because we've kind of been here all day, and nurses kept coming in, and new doctors kept coming in, and finally at the end of the day, this doctor's like, we need to do surgery now, and you have a huge kidney stone, and I haven't seen the ultrasounds or what's going, you know. And I was like, I'd like to go home and think this over. And he's like, and you have a UTI, and people have died from this. And Everett's like, oh my God. And I'm like, excuse me, now you're getting my child really scared. I'm like, I know what's happening, and I need to do my positive affirmations, my essential oils. And he was like, nobody, yeah, blah, blah. We need to do surgery. And I'm like, no, thank you. I haven't seen any photos of anything. You're a new doctor. I've been here all day. So they bam, you get kicked in the butt and out the door and go check out. Here's a prescription. I said, no, thank you. I said, I have $11 in my wallet. My child needs shoes. I'm not filling a prescription. I'm not taking a prescription. I'll figure this out. So when I was leaving, the nurse was like, hey, how are you? And I said, hey, I'm leaving with a UTI and, kidney stones. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do my positive affirmations and my, I know what I need to do and my mantras and my essential oils. And he was like, nobody's ever healed like that before. And they were like, we're open, if you need to come back. And I'm like, I won't be back, but thank you. And we left. And I never went back. And I was fine. And then when we got to Marina, do we have time? 23 minutes. So then it was really crazy, because this is just like wild shit that happens in my life. So then when we got to Marina, we parked one day and I got really sick. And I went to the bathroom and I threw up, is it gallstones? Yeah. So I threw up bile, and I was like, oh my God, like this is weird, like what's happening? So of course I come back to the car and I start Googling it and looking it up and figuring it out. And I come up with gallstones, which is called cholangitis. I can't say the word, And the probable cause is bitterness, hard thoughts, condemning, and pride. And I, at that moment, was like, I totally resonate with this. And the new thought pattern is, there is a joyous release of the past. Life is sweet, and so am I. And I haven't been like really sick since. So, I thought I'd share that story and let people know that we can heal ourselves. We can change our thoughts and choose a new thought pattern. I also was in California, and a woman I had met had cancer in her eye, and when I said, what was that? And she said, cancer. I saw in that moment how a cell in the body is like a good cell, but the negative thought multiplies that so quickly throughout the body. So when we do have things going on in our body, those negative thoughts multiply that. We also can send white light to our body for healing. I also like to cover ears and hum. Change the tone, vibrate within you. A Nia source, send it some frequency. Circle your heart and hum. We can and we can sing. So, light dusting of angel feathers, just for a little light confirmation there. Thank you, angels. So, that toning, crystal bowls, toning. It's all amazing. Healing, guitar strings, vibrations. It's all healing. So, let's clap, because Louise Hey in there, fears lower vibrations. We want to bring it up into the heart and above. We want to connect, and we can lift ourselves up each day by clapping. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Here we go, Yay. Make it a great day.